Hey guys, Deslater Magic here, and I just wanted to quickly go over the upcoming event, the Ixalan Magic Open House. See if you can find out what I already find a bit strange about this. The event dates are either Saturday, September 16th, or Sunday, September 17th. Forgot what day comes after Saturday for a second there. And it is one or the other. Apparently you're not supposed to hold it on both days. I'm actually looking at the WPN page for it, which once again, for some reason, is not behind a login. Not like one of the 6,000 something, locations worldwide couldn't just leak this information. I don't know why they would. It's horribly boring and irrelevant, but some of the details in here you might be interested in, and that's what I'm choosing to share. Now, this is an event open to Gateway, Core, Advanced, and Advanced Plus level stores, so basically, if your store is in the WPN program at all, they will most likely be holding this event. I don't know if it's mandatory or not. I think what happens is you go to them and say we're interested in holding it, send us a kit, and then they do. And I also believe that the kit for this one is free, but I'm not sure about that. Hey, anytime Wizards foots the bill and you don't have to potentially have a loss of, money go into the red on an event for an LGS, that's a good thing. But I do know that they do have to pay for the pre-release kits, so I don't know. There have been, I think, at least 2 of these. I know I personally went to one, so if you're an LGS owner or you know about the WPN program, please fill in the details that I don't know about. Anyway, like I said, September 16th or 17th. The release date for Ixalan is September 29th. Whoops, I almost said 30th. And the pre-release is the next week, which is the 23rd and 24th. So this is going to be the not Ixalan Open House. Alrighty then. Hard to hold an Ixalan one with no Ixalan products. Seriously, the Planeswalker decks won't even be out yet. Anyway, the article starts with the #1 predictor of a Magic player's lifetime value, that's insulting, is whether or not they experience in-store play. Magic Open House is an invitation to that lifestyle. They couldn't have phrased that paragraph worse if they tried. It's just like, I don't know. There's just something about it. It seems so like corporate and cold. They might as well just scratch off our names in the DCI system and assign us a number, which I know, yeah, they literally do that, but still. You're not a person. You're a lifetime value amount on a page, damn it. Anyway, this is not meant to be customer facing. Yes, I'm making it customer facing, but like I said, hide it behind a login if you don't want me seeing it. They can't even hide the damn product photos behind the login, apparently. So anyway, whether or not I agree with that, that's what they're saying. Kind of hints at what I think about that. But I mean, yeah, how much are you going to spend if it's kitchen table magic? As little as possible. Makes sense. And then they say, at Open House, which is apparently the title, because that's not proper grammar, and it is capitalized, new players get a welcome deck tutorial and showcase of both the game and its social benefits in an open play environment. Very, very important. Debatable whether it's open play. I wish I remembered if it was structured or open play or just user suggested round robin or what the hell we were doing. I remember playing different people, but I think we were just swapping whenever they got done. I don't remember. Excuse me, I still have a sore throat pretty badly. But yeah, I mean, I think the big hook is not just, oh, this game's awesome, I love it, which was, pretty much what it was for me. Like, oh, I like the math, the planning, the flow, I love everything about it except for the lands being in the deck. That's crap. But I think we're all on the same page there. But yeah, it's like, oh, look, a room full of geeky people wearing, like, Pokemon shirts and some Loot Crate stuff and some Star Wars reference shirts. Awesome. That's my crew. That's my people. Everybody has similar sense of humor, similar interests, and, it's cool. And by the way, can't throw it out enough, they're all different backgrounds, ages, genders, races, everything. Everything. But we all have common interests, and we're all kind of similar-ish. Totally not a thing in most of Wisconsin. Nobody cares where you came from, what color, nothing. As long as you vaguely speak English and we can understand you, we'll hang out with you. That's just how it is here. So yeah, I think that's almost more important than the game because that makes it more fun and the game's supposed to be fun. I mean, I like stuff that's borderline not fun, but still highly competitive. But still, I like hanging out with my really geeky friends that I have at the, at F&M and stuff. So yeah, I think the community thing, the niceness of the players, the type of people who would show up to this event are kind of social and friendly and outgoing and all that. And yeah, that's who you want them to meet. So if that's you, show up. I'll get to that later though, but like who should come and all that stuff. So it says introduce new players to the game with learn to play sessions, which we did not formally hold. Mostly because every time somebody walked in, they're like, oh no, I know how to play. I'm just here to like teach my kids how to play even further. And they're kind of experienced too. We played a couple games at home. Don't worry, I got this covered. And then, they did kind of overstaff it in case the staff member has to completely from scratch teach somebody how to play. And usually it's like a Yu-Gi-Oh, what do you call that? Immigrant, an immigrant from the world of Yu-Gi-Oh, a transfer, if you will, a foreign exchange student, except we don't send them back. It's really just a kidnapping at that point, I guess. This whole video is going to be garbage analogies. I'm just throwing it out there right now. But yeah, I mean, it's such a loose event. It's relaxed, as they call it. You can run it however you want. And it's just, people show up to learn if they want. People who already know how to play show up, and that's cool. And it's just, everything's cool. It's super chill. So they say, choose to host your event on either Saturday or Sunday, whichever works best for your community. You'll want ample staff and teaching resources on hand to give new players the best possible introduction to the game. True. But you guys, if you could fill that description, should also show up and do that just to take the pressure off the staff, because you don't want it to seem busy, you don't want new people to get ignored, and you want them to meet you and whatever. I'm not exactly the king of social interaction, in case you haven't noticed, so just show up and be nice, whatever. Okay, who's counting how many times I say whatever in this video, because I feel like it's a lot. Yeah, don't go back and count them. I guarantee you have something better to do with your time. Hit that subscribe button and watch the rest of my content. So they say the audience is primarily new players, and then the secondary audience is interested players and engaged players. And then they define that. It literally is a box that says key. It's like a map legend or whatever. My God, they over-corporated this. So new player, no knowledge of how to play Magic. That's what they considered a new player. Now, that's not what I would define it as, like literally the term, but whatever. I guess I get where they're going. But it makes sense. Yeah, this could be their first intro to Magic ever, like never even seen a Magic card in their life. This is the type of event for that. Although I tend to disagree. It's like you could show up. I don't know if that's primarily the best outcome, but yeah, it's doable. I mean, what other option do they have besides somebody personally teaching them how to play? So, and that's what the staff is like going to be doing anyway under some circumstances. Yeah, I kind of get that. But then secondary, it says interested player, basic understanding of Magic, ready to learn more about strategy and gameplay. Now, this is the ideal event for that. Now, that's just for how it works out and how nicely it would flow. I think from an outreach standpoint and marketing, they are correct about targeting people who've never played the game. But honestly, having people meet all the common players who should, obviously, if I haven't stated it clearly enough, obviously show up to this event. If you're a common player you've been playing for years, still show up. This is also for you. You can help out, and just being there being like, hey, you should come to F&M, it's fun, we all go to it, woo. And plus, teaching them the rules and playing against them and improving their deck and whatever. So you can help too, keep that in mind. Anyway, yeah, that's an interested player. An engaged player, which was also on the secondary audience, is competence in Magic gameplay, eager to invest in the game on a regular basis. And that's actually probably you. I mean, like one step up would be, I want to attend a pro tour someday or whatever. Or a try-hard net decking douchebag, they might be in the middle somewhere. And those people should not show up, because that type of personality is commonly no fun allowed, nothing but winning matters, and I don't care about the social part, I just care about winning. Everybody praised me in my amazing winning record with a deck that I had literally not one damn thing to do with designing. It's just the egotistical, shallow, weak people whose entire ego is propped up by how many times they can win F&M. That type of net decker, no thanks. Somebody, there is a subtype of net decker where it's just like, I'm lazy, I've been playing for 10 years, I just don't feel like building a deck, I'm just going to copy the top one off the internet and play with it so I stand a chance of winning, but if I don't win, I'm still not going to throw a tantrum like a baby, okay? Those are like okay-ish people. I still disagree with it. It's not really how the game was designed, but there's so much better than the net decker personality, that archetype of person. I cannot stand those people. So yes, there is a distinction, and I would say out of all the people who constantly, consistently net deck every single time a new tournament comes around, oh boy, 85% plus are the bad type. So if you're that type, first of all, get the hell off my channel, I hate you, go to hell, and also don't show up to this event. But if you're friendly and like to play for fun, and whether you're winning or losing, you're still having fun to an extent, because honestly, just about flipping a table when you hit that 9th land in a row off your deck, without regard to your shuffling, just random chance, that's understandable. So get this. This is the most interesting part, so I want to get to this. The kit contents, which is what your LGS gets from Wizards directly, actually, is 20 Magic welcome decks, and you use these to teach new players, they said. I think I've seen the 17 one already. I'm not sure. I'm not sure even how often they change it. I thought it was yearly, but I could have sworn that the last ones were already marked 17, which means that like none of the hour cards or Ixalan cards would be in there. But I guess like that's cool because honestly, almost none of the like set important mechanic cards were in there, period. It was like a core set. It was just reprints and stuff. So 20 of those supports 20 players. If you're a common player, give the welcome decks to the new people. Make sure they get them, although getting 20 new people in the door is not going to happen. So, I don't know, everybody who showed up got one, but I'll get back to that because that's not quite how it worked. There was a little caveat to that. But you also get 30, not 20, 30 premium full art foil promos, which is, by the way, the full art Walk the Plank. People were reporting that that was the game day promo. It literally says open house on the bottom next to the letter P. I mean, I'd say do some research, but that's not even research. That's just like read the card in its entirety. My God, it's not that hard. Anyway, 30 of those going out. They're going to be worth a little bit, probably $2-3, maybe $4. So yeah, I mean, it's worth showing up just for that, but don't show up just for that. Show up because it's an open house. You want to help out and you want to have fun. That's kind of where they were going with the whole F&M promos are no longer going to be worth any significant amount of money. It's like, just show up to play and have fun and to be at F&M, not just to win, just nothing matters but winning, nothing matters but getting the promo. That's why, honestly, in my opinion, all 4 of them per week should be randomly assigned, but whatever. Then you also get, now, I don't know what this is, 20 casual standard event match cards. And it says, use these to track wins and losses in your standard event. I don't even know where they're going with that, because it literally says under requirements, 2 players plus. Okay, yeah, I would think. I don't know what you do if you get less than that. Send the kit back. I don't know. Rounds, 0. This is not structured play. They do not use the tournament ranking thing. They don't print rounds, none of that. They want this to be just open, play whoever you want. So like I said, I'm pretty sure we just did a round robin thing where we just, whoever finished, okay, let's play each other. We haven't played yet, that kind of thing. So yeah, the round set is supposed to be 0. It's supposed to be just chill, do whatever. It says format standard. That's a stretch, but technically the welcome decks are standard legal, so I guess. And the number of events 1. You're not supposed to hold more than 1, obviously. Now, could they do it Saturday and Sunday and just, if not enough people show up, hoard the welcome decks and then give them out later if they still hold them? I believe that is what you're supposed to do. So, I don't know. I don't see why you couldn't run it both days. So, watch out for like a really big LGS doing that. Now, can they get 2 kits? Probably not. I mean, I'm going to take a wild guess, no, but maybe. But now, the interesting thing is there's only 20 welcome decks and there's 30 premium foil full art promo cards. And it says give these to any player that participates in the event. You show up, it's supposed to be free. I think that might be mandatory this time. Usually you can set your own price for F&M, somewhere between free and whatever the hell you want. So in other words, whatever the hell you want. Wizards does not enforce a standard price, even though it's universally recognized as $5. But yeah, this is supposed to be free, and I think they might enforce that this time. I think mostly because I'm pretty sure the kit is free, so come on, people. Hey, if it was my LGS and we were a WPN location, I'd get like a piñata, I'd have like music going, I might have like a breakfast buffet. I think that's illegal in Wisconsin to prepare food on site without a license, but, you know, can't have it all. Might have a 50-50 raffle, dude. We'd be like a petting zoo. Like, you gotta take it up a notch. You gotta do it big. I mean, Magic the Gathering plus a petting zoo, as long as a goat doesn't reach over and try to eat your lands. And if you do, that's fair play, it's gone. That would be the most epic thing ever. I would freaking love that. I mean, you're trying to play Magic and a little bunny goes hopping by in the middle of the field. That is just like the greatest thing I've ever seen. Now, I'm not saying that without permission, you should just bring a backpack full of ferrets and just unleash them in the middle of your open house. I'm not saying that. I'm saying get permission ahead of time and then do that. Also, where did you get so many ferrets? Like, that's unusual. You're a weird person then. So, if not all these promo cards are given away, in other words, not 30 people attend the event, which I hope not, there's only 20 welcome decks, these are supposed to, within the WPN rules, the way I understand them, which is not well, they're supposed to be given away at one of the next following events as a bonus prize, and either first place or, like, randomly. They cannot be sold, they cannot be kept, and they're not really honestly supposed to be destroyed either. So the next F&M after this, watch for those to be given away if your LGS is complying with the WPN policies and they had less than 30 people at the open house. Or if you want one, just show up. Duh. So the one I went to, how did it go? We had some people I've never seen before, but I guess you could say it wasn't terribly successful because I never saw them again. Maybe they just showed up because it was a cool event and they're interested in Magic and they just were dedicated to not showing up to F&M. I mean, whatever, that's not everybody's cup of tea. It's a little competitive, I get it. But turnout-wise, it was pretty good. I mean, it was about on par with an F&M. I think we had like 14, 15 people. It's not bad. But I guess they either didn't send enough welcome decks or something happened with that, or they were mixing and it was people's choice, or they let people pick colors. Either way, something resulted in them mixing 17s and 16s. I don't know if you knew this or not, but the 17 decks are about 10 times more powerful than 16. 16 was a joke. I've played with a couple of them. They are a joke. It's get to the rare and win. It's just a drag race to get to your Sphinx or your Hydra or whatever the hell it was. So you get it out on the field, you win. You don't, you'll lose. The whole rest of the deck is just stall, filler, nothing. Actually, calling it stall indicates there's control. There isn't. It's literally just filler. It's just board state wasting stall out nonsense. Now, in 2017, there was actually a cohesive strategy, mechanics that worked together. I guess you could say it was a little bit more complicated, but it kind of made the game seem more fun because 16 was just a tragedy. It's just like, oh, look, another worthless card. Nothing's happening. Oh, cool, an overpowered rare. I won. Wow, this game's dumb. I mean, it wasn't the best impression. 17, at least the ones that I saw, much more powerful, and we were mixing them. You could see the problem here. I dominated. I believe I went undefeated in every single game, let alone every single little mini round that we did, because I had a 17 deck, and it was actually the blue one, which is pretty good. It might have been 2-color. I don't remember. I thought maybe we were like taking 2 welcome decks and shuffling them together. I think that's how they did it. I don't know who came up with that idea, but it was actually really funny and it kind of worked. Or maybe the 17 decks were 2-color by themselves. I don't remember. Whatever it was, we were doing some weird crap and it was really one-sided. So we weren't allowed to mod our decks, obviously. But yeah, some of the games were absolute blowouts. So hopefully this time 20 is a higher number. Maybe they only sent 10 last time. I don't know. But the fact that they had to dip into earlier years stuff, oh boy, was that one-sided. So that was disastrous, but overall people just had fun. Like, I would say people were enjoying it and just like messing around and just enjoying themselves a lot more than F&M even. So it was a very fun, very positive event that gave everyone there a good impression. The only problem was like 80 to 85% of the people I already knew. They already played Magic and they attended F&M regularly. So did it serve a purpose? That's debatable. Was it a success? I guess you could say so, attendance-wise and functionality-wise. Obviously, room for improvement in this one already sounds better. So, like I said, show up to it. No matter who you are, show up to it. And, you know, help out, play, participate, get some free cool stuff, you know, whatever. Plus, you can leave the welcome deck sealed and use it to teach people how to play anytime in the future, even if it cycles out. So, there's that. Also, I mean, there might be food and prizes. I heard stories. So, if you've been to one in the past, leave down in the comment section your account of how it went. Was it successful? Was it fun? What'd you do? How'd they hold it? What was unique about yours? Because those are always fun stories. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, I would just tell people definitely go to it. I mean, don't think that because it's for new players, you shouldn't show up if you're an experienced player. And don't think that if you're a new player, you're going to be a burden trying to learn the game or anything. Unless somebody's being a complete dick, people know what to expect from this. They know, you know, the overall vibe, there's been enough of them that most people have been to them. So yeah, overall total chill, total fun event, and I loved it. And I'm glad that they implemented it. I think Wizards made a very wise choice here, both from a marketing decision and from like it's well planned and it went off without a hitch sort of position. So that's about all I got to say about it. Hopefully you guys have fun at it. I certainly intend to go to mine, and I will see you guys next video.